Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm a massive Superman fan. But how did this all start? I was a 12-year-old boy. There's a network in the UK called ITV and they started advertising Superman the movie. And I sat down as a 12-year-old boy with my brother and my dad. And we loved it. Dad, is Lois Lane going to find out Clark's Superman? Just you wait and see, Mick. And that's how the obsession began. I enjoyed those movies. Then there was Smallville. I was obsessed with Smallville. Then came the dceu. I loved Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman. And I was so pumped for Justice League. I loved that reel they did when we saw the cast and Zack smiling and laughing and messing about. The trailers really excited me. I thought this was going to be the best experience of my life. So I pre-ordered a ticket. I go to the cinema out here in Cyprus. €40 to get a cab there, right? And back, right? So what happens? I come out deflated, disappointed, dejected. The cabbie, what do you think of the film? Yeah, it was good. I couldn't go into a Cypriot cabbie how disappointed I was with Justice League. So I got back home. The reviews, some were okay, some bashed it. The reaction was very angry by so many dceu fans. And the box office wasn't great, but it's better than Solo, by the way. But then rumours came out of the Snyder Cut. But how did we get here? How did we get to the Snyder Cut? How did we get to Zack Snyder being removed from this film? Why do people despise the man so much? You don't like his work? Fine, don't watch his work. I understand there's many DC fans that don't like what he's done with the characters, and that's fine. But some of the hate that, echoed to his young daughter on Facebook, who ended up committing suicide. How has Zack and his good wife Deborah, who are two fabulous people, survived this? I don't know. Zack Snyder makes fantastic films. He makes comic book films the way they should be. They totally look like they're from the pages of the comics. And these people who hate him can't appreciate that. So we started with rumours of the Snyder Cut. Bloggers and pundits telling us we're living in a dream world. 6, 7, 8, 9 months later, Jay Oliver, who's a gift from the gods, who worked with Zack on Batman v Superman, and I think with Justice League, not sure about Man of Steel, started fighting back and telling the pundits there is indeed a Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder edits as he goes along. He completed the film. He completed shooting the film. Now, this is what I always said. Why was there such a frenzied debate whether the Snyder Cut exists or not? Because at the end of the day, he shot the movie. Given permission by Warner Brothers, he can put his cut together. Now, the rumours are it's a 3-hour cut. I want to see it desperately because I was heartbroken by Justice League, as we call it. The film rewritten and directed by Joss Whedon. Now, I was actually, when I heard Zack was stepping down because of the suicide of his daughter, I took it on the chin. I was so excited that at least Joss was taking over. I was told they were friends. It was Zack's decision. We later found out, allegedly, that wasn't true. So what we got was something put together. People call it a Frankenstein's monster, and it is. There's still elements of that movie I really enjoy. Some of the stuff with Superman, The Flash, Aquaman was great. Everyone was great. Gal was great as Wonder Woman. Ben was a disappointment as Batman. Again, it wasn't Ben's fault. The way Whedon did him was terrible. And that cringy smile he does when Superman turns up, terrible. And the upper lip on Henry, what was going on with that? It was a disgrace. It was embarrassing. Us DCU fans have fought against people throwing shade at Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. We fought because we know those films are epic and amazing for us personally. We don't want the people to hate them to suddenly like them. We're just saying there's millions of us around the world that love these films, just like there's probably millions around the world who don't like these films. So now we are in a situation where the DCEU has changed. There's no DC films anymore. It's all Warner Brothers. Jeff Johns is no longer the president of the DCEU. That's now Jim Lee, but Walter Hamada is running things. And the decisions we've heard that he's made are amazing. One of the most genius decisions is having a DC Light and a DC Dark. I'm so pumped that we're going to get a Jared Leto Joker movie. And Phoenix is making another one as well for DC Dark. Then we've got the Batman. Is he part of DC Dark, DC Light? Well, Batman really, I would imagine, would be part of DC Dark, but then DC Light would have a Batman as well. So how realistic is it of ever seeing the Snyder Cut? Now, we have to take our biasness out of the table. We've got to take our tinfoil hats out of the equation as well and think about this logically. Is this realistic? They've given Jared Leto a Joker movie of his own because of how he was treated, how Warner Brothers heavily cut his appearance in Suicide Squad. I now believe this is a Warner Brothers and a DC film division that want to give back, who want to rectify the mistakes that happened. So I believe on some format or another, very soon, we will have an announcement about the Snyder Cut. Now, if you remember earlier this year, we were hearing that Zack Snyder was no longer involved with the DCEU. He was sacked from Justice League. Since Walter's come in, Walter Hamada, that's changed. He's producing Wonder Woman. He's producing a couple of others as well. So he's very much involved with the DCEU, which is very, very exciting. Now there's also rumours about him directing Man of Steel 2. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure if they're going to allow him to do that because of the divisive nature of Man of Steel. I think maybe I can't see him doing Man of Steel 2, but certainly I can see him being given his own DCEU property, which is more kind of the type of thing that he can just be given it. He can do what he wants with it. No one's going to moan because it will be more of a lower tier character that maybe he can get him and his diehard fans involved with, and that would be fantastic. But I think he's not going anywhere. He's still heavily involved with the DCEU. So I do believe the release of the Snyder Cut is a realistic thing, even though I'm desperate to get it. I'm just thinking in a business perspective here, that this will be released. It will be a 3-hour movie. I think we could still see it in cinemas this year. This is a different film to what we saw last November. This isn't the same film. This is Zack Snyder's vision. This is Chris Terrio's vision. This could be something really special. And I want Junkie XL's score. That was disastrous getting rid of him. They got rid of him because they wanted a lighter tone of music. Now, I didn't really mind the score for the Justice League movie, but I would have preferred what we were going to get from Junkie because the man's a genius. He really is. We love his music within the DCEU. So I believe it's going to happen. Hold on to your hats. We've got San Diego Comic-Con coming really soon. So a lot of things are going to explode. We're getting so many things about the DC Universe streaming service as well, but I can't get it because I'm not in America, which really pisses me off. But that's what unblockers are for. So please like this video if you liked it. Press the thumbs down if you want. It's still an interaction. Comment. Let me know what you think. Are you excited for the future of the DCEU? I know I am. Do you believe the Snyder Cut will happen? I know I do. It's been great talking to you guys because I think us DCEU fans, us Superman fans, us DC fans should stick together. We've got so many people against us. The MCU fans, the Marvel fans, the Disney shills, the Disney fanboys. We need to stick together. So join me, a massive DC fan, a massive DCEU fan, a massive Superman fan. We're in this together. Let's enjoy and experience these DC movies together. Thank you very much.